when a man stands up, says enough is enough.
We built the path as we came, rock by rock.
Martin Luther King's never been the subject of a feature film. I think television has done him once or twice, but never in movies. It's amazing to me that it's not happened until now. And you chose this portion of his life to really focus on, Selma particularly. And it's the 50th anniversary of this coming up in January when this film opens around the country.
Yeah, really incredible that we're 50 years to the day of when these things happened, and just so timely now with all of the unrest around the world. But specifically in choosing this, I just thought it was incredible, this time period, because it's such a big life. I think I see a lot of folks struggling with the idea of putting one kind of really huge life into 2 hours. And his life is very episodic, and Selma was just a very dynamic, robust episode.
Dr. King, this thing's just gonna have to wait.
It cannot wait.
You got one big issue, I got 101.
Selma it is.
The Selma marches, they give you a great picture into his strategy, his intelligence, his failings, the challenges with his family life, how he brought community together. It's just a great kind of time to pluck out in a big life.
You march those people into rural Alabama, it's gotta be open season.
I first read the script in 2007, and I had a dramatic and spiritual connection to it. I knew I was going to play this role before I died in this particular film.
What happens when a man stands up, says enough is enough?
Really what we tried to do from the beginning was really contemporize what's happening, because it's still happening. And so what's happening in the culture right now in terms of Ferguson and Hong Kong, and just the unrest with folks really asking folks to take a look at the systems that they live within. It's beautiful for someone who's directing a historical drama to now for it to not feel like history. Because truly when you look at what's happening in Ferguson and you'll see what happens at Selma, the exact same thing on the surface. Really odd, really eerie in the editing room, watching CNN and then looking in my edit bay and seeing the same footage that we have.
And Coretta Scott King is played by
Carmen Ejogo.
Yes.
Yeah. Her desire to get this woman right. The marginalization of women within the civil rights movement is a very real thing. They were just as motivated, just as intelligent, just as attuned to the strategy needed to get the job done. But even though it was a civil rights movement, there was sexism within it. And that made itself manifest in that they weren't allowed to attain the level of visibility that they should have had.